My name is Aaron Lopresti. I've been a comic book artist, a commercial illustrator, and a writer for over 25 years. And this is my YouTube channel. Welcome one and welcome all. It's once again time for Talking Comics and Art with Aaron Lopresti. I am, of course, Aaron Lopresti. Now, some of you may know, maybe many of you know, that I'm a regular fixture at the San Diego Comic-Con, and this year was no different. I've been going there for like 33 years or something ridiculous like that. But every time I go, I always come back with something. And this year is no exception. So I wanted to take a minute. I know this is a late arriving video. I mean, San Diego was what, over 2 weeks ago now at this point? But I've been so busy working on Kit Carter and getting that campaign ready to close, which closes this Sunday, by the way. You'll find a link in the description of this video. It'll take you right there if you'd like to back the campaign if you haven't yet. But other than that, I've been a little preoccupied with that and haven't been able to do this video to show you guys what I got at San Diego. Only got a couple of things, but I think they're pretty cool. Let's take a look. All righty, here we are. This is a nice video because you don't have to sit and watch me try and open a package that I can't get open. Here we go. I bought a couple of books, as I am wont to do. And here's one I've been looking for a long time. In fact, I've only seen 2 copies of this book. And the second one I saw at San Diego. My friends at Bedrock City Comics had one. They're in Houston, Texas, one of the great comic shops in this country. But they had one of these, and it surprised me. And the more I looked at it, the more I wanted to get it and could not stop myself eventually. It is, of course, Bullseye #1 with a nice Jack Kirby cover. How about that? Bullseye, he never misses. Bullseye, the Western Scout. How about that? 10 cents, August 1954. So it's kind of old. Now, and it's in pretty nice shape. Here's the thing. Like I said, I've only seen 2 copies of this in my entire life. I remember seeing this book in the price guide, the Overstreet price guide, when I was a kid. And for some reason, this cover just always stuck out to me. It's a nice Kirby cover. I didn't know Jack Kirby from, Adam back then, but now I do. So it makes it even more desirable. So as you can see, you've got some wear, some creasing here on the spine and up here. It's like a little pencil writing maybe in here. It's a kind of a rough edge right there. But it's really pretty clean and flat. And you can see it's got some foxing down here where it gets a little dark on the edges here. And of course, it's some of the white is turning tan around here. Now, this only graded in a 5.0, which is a fine minus. And I was surprised because I thought it looked better than that. But Richard at Bedrock City took the book out, flipped it over, and showed me that there was, I'm not going to show you guys, but there's some water stains on the back, some small stains and some scuff marks and stuff on the back of this book, which really, this might have been a fine plus. And by looking at the cover, you think, well, my goodness, that's probably a fine plus. And, but the back kind of brings it down a little bit. So it's a really nice looking 5.0. If it got graded and came back a 5.0, you'd go, wow, why is that a 5.0? But it's because of the damage on the back of the book. But this isn't necessarily an investment book for me. This is kind of I wanted this book since I was a kid. And so, I didn't have to get it like in a 6 or a 7. I just wanted it nice enough. And this is plenty nice enough. And because I've only seen, like I said, 2 of these in my entire life, I thought I better grab this one because I may never see it again. So anyway, there it is. Jack Kirby Bullseye, Western Scout #1. So I'm excited to have it. My son thinks it's lame, and I was going to buy the other one I saw years ago, and he talked me out of it. He goes, "This is lame. Don't waste your money on that. Get a cool Silver Age book from Marvel or something." But he wasn't there with me this year to talk me out of it, even though he tried to talk me out of it over the phone. I would not be denied this year. So there you go. That's one I got. The big one, I guess you'd say. I did get one other book, though. So I really didn't spend that much money this year. You can hear the plastic. That means I'm unraveling something. Here we go. I really couldn't find any big books that I was looking for this year, so that's why I thought, well, you know what? Here's something. This is Avengers #116, and it has a Defenders crossover. It's a 20 center, so it's 1973. This looks like a I don't know if Romita drew the cover. Rich Buckler did the cover, but it sure looks like Romita might have inked it. But then again, Buckler would not have been beyond, trying to mimic Romita, since he did it with Buscema and Neil Adams and occasionally Kirby and Ditko. So I did like Buckler's stuff, when I was a kid, and but he was a bit of a chameleon and mimicked many different successful artists. So, but anyway, so it's a Rich Buckler cover, 9.4, right there it is. So nice condition, obviously. And I got this at High Grade Comics, Bob over there, and he had it for 180. I said, "No, it's a little high. It's a little high." So I offered him 150. He took it, and there you go. I've got it. So this is the first issue of the Defenders crossover, and it has the Vision versus the Silver Surfer on the cover, which makes this a desirable book. Its fair market value right now is about 160. Like I said, I paid 150 because I always got to pay under market value, so I feel like I'm starting in a good spot, and even if it's just a couple bucks. The problem with the market right now is it's dropping like crazy. So even though some books that saw ridiculous highs during COVID are already have just crashed. My son brought up to me the other day, it was Marvel Special Edition #15, the first appearance of Shang-Chi. That book during COVID had peaked out at like $3,000. It's now selling for $350. It's ridiculous. So even now, with the economy sucking the way it does, and the market volatility, I guess, would you call it volatile if it's just dropping? Because it's not like going up and down. It's just everything's dropping. And we're kind of all sitting here, and I say we, I mean other collectors, we're like, when are we going to hit that bottom? And you can feel comfortable buying again because you're not going to lose any more money. I feel like we're getting there because some books have really dropped. And but in a book that's less than $200, I don't feel like I've got such a big investment in it that if it fluctuates a little bit, it's not the end of the world. And the thing with the Bullseye, it's a golden age, and golden age is pretty safe from these fluctuations because they're just so darn rare. And plus, I didn't get it for collector value. I got it for personal, reminds me of a kid value. This I got, cool cover, but I got it for, the collector value, maybe potentially. Trying to find some Bronze Age books that are a little undervalued, underappreciated right now, that have a chance maybe to turn into, maybe this turns into a $250, $300 book at some point, and I've got 150 into it, so I feel pretty good about it. But we'll see. Hopefully these won't drop anymore. We'll start seeing some stuff go up, but realistically, we're probably not going to see this market turn around until the economy turns around. So, if you got the money, it's a buyer's market right now, folks. So, but anyway, so those are the two books I got from San Diego. this year. This Avengers number 116 and 9.4. And as you can see, it's extremely clean. There's just a little spine tick right there. I don't even know if you can see it. And otherwise, you know, it's got great edges, a little bit crooked, but they don't grade it on that. They don't grade it on the, you know, how it came off the press. But you can look at the back; it's just super clean. You know, no tears, no folds, no creases. So that one, and then of course the once again the Bullseye number 1. I wish it was a 9.4, but no, it's about a 5, but a really nice looking 5. So I got my Golden Age and I got my Bronze Age. No Silver Age this trip. But I got my eye on some stuff on eBay, and watching, like I said, these prices drop on these big books makes it pretty tough to walk away from them. And so I may have some more stuff coming soon. But anyway, thank you for joining me. Thanks for taking a few minutes out of your busy schedule to check out my, well, more or less unboxing videos or video reveals. As I said earlier in the show, I've got a campaign called Kit Carter Planet Doom, and that is closing out. It's a graphic novel, and it's closing out the campaign this Sunday on my Sunday show, Aaron Live, so you might want to check that out. You'll find a link in the description of this video to take you right there. But until we meet again, thanks for joining me, and we'll see you next time.